Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucida of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here for a new moon in Capricorn solar eclipse video. And basically what I'm going to do is a reading, an energy forecast for Twin Flames to utilize this new moon energy in the right way to kind of see what shifts and changes might be happening, and to look at what your twin is doing and what you're doing, kind of like what you're working toward, how your higher selves are working through the energy, as well as your lower selves or your body and your mind and your heart. So we'll get started on that. The only thing I want to remind you is that my website is twinflamerx.com, and I'm Lucida. There is a lot of information in the description box below about where you can find me. If you go to the website, it has all the links for social media as well, and how to book a session, and where to connect if you want to do an instant session if I'm online. I'm on the Instant Go app, but there's also some sites that I'm listed on, and sometimes I'm like online and available to chat. And so you might want to check that out. So look in the description box for all those links. You also might want to follow me on Twitter, because I post daily past, present, future, like a 3-card forecast for all twins, and sometimes I post other types of cards, like the message from the beloved's higher self to you. So I do a lot on a daily basis to help twins. This is my mission. My mission actually is to help people to come into enlightenment, and that would include, helping twins on this journey, because I am a twin, and I started to get back to doing this kind of work again, because I was activated by my twin to do this. So basically, what we're going to be looking at right here are the tarot cards. So we're asking Divine Source to bring us some messages. I guess what I want to do today is going to be sort of like a past, present, and future for each twin in terms of their energies, and then we'll do like a past, present, and future for the union. I also have some other cards that I've meditated and prayed to receive messages with, and those cards are out here. I'll tell you later, more about the cards, but we have messages from about the divine masculine, about the divine feminine's energy, and then some self-care messages, a message from your beloved's higher self to you, and then 2 messages to close out the reading from Kuan and Archangel Michael. And then at the very end, while I'm doing the Archangel Michael card, I tap into my Reiki healing abilities, and I send a Reiki healing transmission to you and your beloved to help you. In this time, I'm going to intend that the Reiki targets any blocks to the manifestations that you want to be making during this new moon. So it's the first new moon of the year, and it's in Capricorn, which is a very grounded sign. So it's a perfect time to intend that you and your twin be in your perfect and harmonious twin flame union. So, tell the universe that's what you want. Believe that you're going to get it. Get in the place of receiving, and the best place of receiving is to be feeling high vibrational and grateful and acting as if you already have that physical union with your beloved, because the goal is to have physical union with yourself, meaning that you are living from your authentic self, your higher self, your soul urge, that you're living and following that. You're connected to your higher self, your soul, and you're doing your soul mission. So this year is a year of doing your mission with your beloved, or by yourself. So if you're not with your beloved, you could still use the energy of 3, which is this year, 2019, added all together, and then reduced to 1 digit. We have a 3-year, which is all about the 2 twins coming together and their energy creating that 3rd energy. If your twin's not with you in the physical, like mine isn't with me right now, I'm still on the mission, and my twin's energy is still helping me and motivating me, to get this reading done. So I'm really tired. After this, I'm going to take a nap, because I've been doing sessions with clients all day. So let's get started. I'm going to shuffle here. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decort, and we're going to ask Divine Source to, again, bring us messages that are pertinent for our twin and ourselves and our union what is the energy of the new moon in Capricorn along with the transformational solar eclipse happening afterward, going to usher in for us for this next moon cycle, which is the next 30 days. But with the eclipse, this energy is going to last a lot longer and can last into the middle of the year. Right, one more shuffle. We're going to start laying cards down first for the Divine Feminine, then the Masculine, then the Union. And look at the general energy at the bottom of the deck. One more shuffle, bottom of the deck energy. Oops. Okay, I have to actually do a better job shuffling. Yikes. All right. Bottom of the deck energy, that is the Prince of Swords. So this is a card and a symbol, this prince here on a mini chariot with the sword. They're moving in the direction of communication. Okay, so since this reading is about you and your twin, this to me means that the both of you are moving in the direction of communicating clearly and concisely with everyone around you as well as each other. So it's interesting because I've been getting a lot of messages, and also in that January reading I posted the other day, there was that really important message for the Divine Feminine with the master number of 33 about communication. So that is something that you and your twin both need to work on so that when you are trying to get into your physical union, you're able to talk to each other. Okay, so this is Divine Feminine, past, present, future cards, Divine Masculine, past, present, future, and then we have for the union, past, present, and future. So we'll start off with the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine in the recent past was actually living, in their abundant mindset. So they felt that they had gained monetary possession or money. So maybe the Divine Feminine has been working on their mission. This could be the female or male twin. It doesn't matter. The feminine energy is what we're talking about, has been coming into more of their abundance, and they're pretty independent now. So a lot of Divine Feminines have been focused on bringing in money, maybe starting their own business, and that's part of their mission, but it's bringing prosperity for them. Presently, the Divine Feminine counterpart is represented by the Queen of Swords, so maybe a little bit more advanced in the communication overall than the other twin, but still, the Queen of Swords can be pretty, we have that mask that's there, can be pretty blunt. So maybe this is a signal for Divine Feminines to be a little more gentle but truthful in communication with others. Keep your boundaries, always stand up for yourself, and don't let people trample all over your rights and your feelings, but maybe try to be a little more tactful, especially with the communication with the Divine Masculine. Okay, and the last thing is in the future, so this is the product of the shift that we're experiencing with this new moon and eclipse, is not a good card, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that. It's about worrying, and it's about things are changing. Thing is, things are going to change in everyone's life who's on this journey. And so if you're on the journey and nothing in your life has changed, then that means that you're really not doing anything to help with that change, because when you start working on yourself, your world is going to just change as a result. And the thing is, too, that if you start removing toxic people from your life, you're going to notice that you have a lot more energy and freedom to be with more healthy people. So if you're worried you're losing people, because a lot of twins are telling me they are cutting off karmic situations and just people in general that are draining their energy. If you're worried because you're seeing changes of loss, losing people, what that's doing is making room for the new. So try not to worry. Okay, I'm going to pull a clarifier card. I just took it from the middle of the deck for this, and it's about peace. Okay, so the Two of Swords is about peace. So I clarified the worry. If you feel peaceful, because I've had clients say, hey, I don't feel my twin anymore. I used to be feeling his energy all the time and blah, blah, blah. I hear this all the time. And then I'm like, yes, you feel at peace. Their energy isn't triggering you possibly anymore. Maybe you're just coming to terms with it, and that peace sense is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It means you're moving closer to union. This can mean indecision, but I take it to mean that you're just surrendered if you feel at peace. Honestly, that's what it's about. And I really want to share some of the insights that I've been gaining, but they keep adding up. So soon I will put something out that kind of goes through what I've been going through the last, and I've just realized it was because of the Uranus retrograde that I have been blocked creatively, because I'm an Aquarius, and today Uranus is going direct, so I am now like able to communicate, because there's also some kind of aspect with Mercury that's allowing me to communicate for the next 3 months, and it's part of my mission. So that was something I figured out when I was looking at my astrology chart earlier, because I've been wondering what is going on with me. So right now I don't do astrology charts, but one day soon I will be able to interpret the charts, so that will give me more details on what's actually going on and changing, big, things that might be happening in your life and how you can work with those. So we're going to go to the masculine side now. So the feminine, remember, being at peace is okay. It's a good thing. It means that you're on the right path. It's not a bad thing, so don't worry about that. Divine masculine, in the recent past, had this energy of the Prince of Cups, so they were feeling very romantic, wanting to come forward with communication. Some of them are maybe through their higher self, through dreams, and through like different kinds of synchronicities that you might be experiencing. Maybe you keep hearing your favorite song, or the song that represents like the two of you together, or maybe a song that kind of like really speaks to you and resonates with your feelings. So these could be some messages from your beloved letting you know that they love you. See, we have the dolphin, which is a very compassionate animal, very, Lemurian. And then we have the flower. So this little guy is trying to find his beloved. That's, the Prince of Cups. In the recent past, maybe you haven't heard from your beloved, but they're thinking of you, and they have realized that they do want to offer their love to you. And that was a recent realization. Now we have the Prince of Wands. So we started with the Prince of Cups, thinking about how they love you, realizing the connection is real and strong. It's not going away. It's developing into love. They want to offer their heart. They want to open their heart, some of them for the first time in a long time. And now they're moving passionately in your direction. If you're the divine feminine. If you're not, hopefully if you're the divine masculine, this is resonating with you. So their passion and courage are being mustered up right now so that they can contact you. Now we have something here which is I didn't notice until now, and I have to pull a clarifier for. They're moving toward you. They want to communicate with you if you're the divine feminine, but the divine masculine look like they might decide to not do it and walk away. So why? Let's see why they might do that. Because tarot, to me, is like a roadmap based on your current energy. So it's the energy of the collective that watches these videos that this reading is really going to be for and resonate with. So if we find like what the, if we're in this energy and we keep going in that energy, what's going to happen will be this, that the divine masculine will walk away. It could be because the divine feminine is now in the Queen of Swords energy. So I would say divine feminine to try to work on getting out of that energy a little bit and being a little bit more like the Queen of Cups, which is more compassionate. If you want to be with your twin, okay? If you don't want to be with your twin, then don't do that, because that'll be your ego saying, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be compassionate. That's your ego. If you are really wanting union, you have to let go of all the resentments, all the past hurts and pains that your twin has caused, let it go energetically, give them a fresh, clean slate energetically, and when they come back, treat them like a brand new person so that you can manifest a brand new reality with them. That is what I suggest. But let's see what the cards suggest. So it would start now, getting in the energy. Oh, wow, that is not good. Okay, so we have another clarifier. So basically what I'm picking up from this is that the Divine Masculine may think that maybe based on the past that you don't want to hear from them, even though they got all fired up, they feel the connection, they're getting the courage to come forward and communicate, but then they're like giving up. What I think this is kind of signaling is that the Divine Masculine would like to give up the negative thinking, because that's what causes them to take 2 steps forward and 5 steps backward and, you know, walk away. So basically, what I'm thinking here is what I said before: the Divine Feminine tried to release all negative energy, doubt, fear, confusion, frustration, pain, you know, write it all down and then burn that list and let that energy go. Let it be changed into something else. Give it permission to leave your reality. And when it leaves, write down, or, you know, after, write down your list of what you want to manifest during this new moon and eclipse. So, you know, the new moon and eclipse is today when the video is being filmed, but this energy is going to be workable. You can still be using this energy in the next few days to like kickstart your whole year, basically. So write on the list what you want from the universe, what you want the universe to bring to you, and look at it regularly and check off the things that you're getting over time. Be grateful for what you do receive. And the more that you are grateful, the higher your vibration will be, and the more positive things will come into your life. Okay, we have 3 more cards. This is for the union. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups in the recent past for both twins and how they view each other. I feel like this is a yearning for each other, to be with each other, even if like you're breaking rules. Okay, so let's say you're with your twin is married and you're not, and well, even if you are, okay, let's say both twins are married, but they get together, they want to be together. That's debauchery. You know, it's not according to society's rules. I'm not saying that this is right, but what I'm saying is that both twins want that. They want to be together. So this could just be the desire, because it's energy. In the present, though, both twins are realizing the success that they have both been receiving. So they're receiving payment for work well done. They're receiving compliments from other twins, maybe that they're helping along the journey. Twins are receiving compliments from others in the outside world, being compensated for the energy that they put in to make projects happen and things like that. So there is that feeling of success. Even though there was, you know, this feeling of doing things under the radar, both twins do want to be their authentic selves, and that's what they're going to be working toward in the future. What we have here is the 5 of Swords. It says defeat for the future. And so what I keep seeing is that in the future, I'm getting all the cards together. These swords are about communication. They could also be about fighting. You don't have to fight with somebody if you communicate gently and clearly, using statements that are not accusatory. So instead of saying, you always leave, you never call me, you never text me, you're never around when I need you, because I know that's what like you're feeling inside based on all of my clients talking to me and myself. But instead of saying, you don't do this to your twin, you don't do that, you never do this, you always do that, don't do that. Instead, just say, this is how I feel about the situation. I feel blah, blah, blah. Or when you do this behavior, like when you ghost me for 2 weeks after we see each other, it makes me worried. It makes me anxious. I don't know if you're okay. I feel sad. I feel abandoned. I feel like this relationship is going nowhere. Then I hear from you again, and I'm excited. Why does it take you all this time to contact me? Maybe just talk, see if that works. If they don't want to talk, they're not ready. But there's no reason to like cut people off. So the only sword cards, or the only reasons for these swords that should be here, is that you're both cutting things out of your life so that you can be together. These are not the only cards. We're going to look at others. So for the masculine energy, we're going to look at here, we have the Soul Journey Lesson cards by, I can't think of his name right now, James Van Praagh. And then we have here the Numerology Guidance cards by Michelle Buchanan. So I have these drawn for the Divine Feminine twin as well. The Divine Masculine soul energy is going to be represented here. So this is the higher self, the soul, the spirit of the Divine Masculine, which is existing in all dimensions of time, space, reality, what they're working on right now, and what they are going to be doing after the new moon and eclipse is kind of focusing on service. They're going to be realizing that they feel good when they can help others. And so that is awesome. Many divine masculines are already doing service, like for their mission, and maybe don't know it. If they're volunteering, if they're involved in like special charities, and different things, even if they're just doing odd jobs for people for free, or visiting elderly neighbors and doing, maintenance for them for free. Those are all services, and this is part of our mission, is to spread this beautiful love energy as twins to others. So that's awesome. So even though the divine masculine might be worried about how communication might go, and things like that, they still have that soul urge to start working in the 3D on service. And in the 3D, which is the mind and the body and the heart of the divine masculine, we have this patience coming up. So their 3D self has been working, even though you don't think they were working on anything. They're having epiphanies, revelations, trying different things out in their life, making mistakes, and then, also thinking about their beloved. So the divine masculine is learning to have some patience with the divine feminine as well, because they're realizing that, they're not the only one on this journey, and that the divine feminine counterpart may need some time to herself as well. So it's not all about them. So that's a good thing that they're learning about that patience. And also we have that 2, that number is really, strong, because it's about the 2 twins coming together. So the divine masculine in the 3D reality does know that there will come a time when they're going to be with their beloved, and they're trying to be patient too, even though they might be taking a very long time to come into contact, or to like get on board with what you think the program is. If you're the divine feminine, they're on their way, but they also, have a higher self that's guiding them, which might be also putting roadblocks in front of them, so that the things that you need to do, if you're the divine feminine, that you haven't done before you can get together, get done. And I know that you think there's nothing that you have to do left, that you did everything possibly, because, we like to think that, but there's always something more you could do. And that is represented by the last 5 months of my life, where all the revelations started coming. So if I would have gotten into union physically and fully with my twin earlier this year, I would not know all this that I know now, and I wouldn't be able to help everybody like I can, because I didn't share that I am learning, I'm healing my inner child wounds that I thought were already healed, because I went through this program, but, before meeting my twin, but those wounds are still there, maybe not as pronounced, but they're still there. So I'm working with someone, a spiritual psychotherapist, okay? So she is really good, and I will share more about that later, but basically, once I'm done with that, I can help you guys to heal your inner child as well. I mean, I already know how to heal the inner child, but I'm learning a different method because the method that I used, which was self-guided, did not work. I need to work with someone else, and it's a 10-week thing I'm doing with this person. So after that, I'm going to be able to help twins with that, and that's really going to jumpstart a lot of people's coming together. All right, what we have here is the feminine energy. So it could be male or female, whoever resonates more with the divine feminine energy. It might be the viewer, because I know I have more divine feminine clients and watchers. So we have, for the soul energy of the divine feminine, patience. Oh my gosh. So the divine feminine soul is working on still pushing patience, as a virtue, to the divine feminine's 3D. So the 5D wants your higher self, your soul wants you to accept that no matter what you do, you could do all the work on yourself in the world. If your masculine energy twin has not done their work, divine order, will say that it's not time. So both twins have to be in that perfect divine alignment. And that means that both of you have to be whole. You have to come to the table as a whole, healed person in order to come together in this physical union. And you can do it. It's not impossible. But, I think that there's a lot of focus on other aspects of this journey and not so much focus where it needs to be. So when I'm done with, I think I'll be done with, in 7 weeks. After that, I'll be able to really share more about healing the inner child. But I talk about it with clients who come to me for sessions now, and I give visualization techniques and ways to heal the inner child on your own. So here we go with the Divine Feminine's 3D energy. I have to admit, I saw this card earlier, and I was like, wow. So this is the Divine Feminine energy ready for spiritual partnership, in the spiritual partnership. 2 and 7, add it, you get a 9. So we're at the end of the road. So what I'm taking from this is that the divine feminine is at the last stage of understanding, embracing, and working on the connection with his or her beloved in the higher dimensions. So in the astral plane, which is the 4th dimension, and sleep, which is the 4th dimension, and then higher dimensions like 5D and up. The divine feminine can feel that spiritual partnership and knows that spiritual partnership is there in all those dimensions, understands it, and is working with it, communicating with their beloved in meditation and prayer in order to, I think in a lot of cases, in order to smooth over any hurt feelings that occurred between the divine feminine and masculine when they weren't able to align properly in the past, when they tried to maybe come together and it didn't work, so they separated. So the divine feminine are finally realizing that they can use that spiritual connection to strengthen the 3D connection. So you strengthen that spiritual bond with your beloved, and then you're able to strengthen the earthly or physical bond. All right, so it looks pretty positive. I mean, overall, remember, these swords do not have to manifest. So there doesn't need to be any argument. There can be clear communication. Okay, changes do not have to mean that everything in your world is falling apart. If you're going with the flow, changes will bring in more positive energy for you. Remember, if those swords are cutting out things that you don't need anymore, I've pretty much, for the most part, cut out fast food. I haven't had fast food for a while. I don't remember the last time. That is good because I'm eating healthier food now. But, if you would have told me I have to cut things out or I'm not getting into union, and somebody told me I can't have, Dunkin' Donut coffee and a donut every once in a while, I would be upset, so there is resistance when people tell you that you need to clear things out. But once you come to terms with it on your own and do it, you're going to feel so much better and freer. Okay, So we're going to take a look at this Lover's Oracle by Lou Scarabeo. I think it's by Lou Scarabeo. No, sorry. Is it? Yeah, I think it is, but I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately, and I know some of my clients haven't either. What about you viewers? Toni Carmine-Salerno. Okay, that's the guy. Oh boy. Okay, so Toni Carmine-Salerno. Lover's Oracle, message from your beloved's higher self to you. It says, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So you find missing pieces of yourself as you go through this journey with your beloved. You help each other to find your authentic self. So embrace that. Embrace the journey, because I've been realizing and piecing things together from like 20, 30 years ago, the last 5 months. All these missing pieces are coming back to me. So, embrace the journey, that it is a process, that it is a discovery of your authentic self. And once you find your authentic self, you and your twin will come together and all the pieces will be there, okay? Because you find those missing pieces in each other. But it's in divine timing, and that's so that you can find those pieces, so that you can find all of those pieces, okay? It takes time. Now, the divine wants to send you a special message if you're watching about relaxation. Says, allow yourself to be lazy. It's okay to do nothing. So even though I said earlier you need to maybe do some inner child healing, that's probably like the major thing that the Divine Feminine need to do. But the other thing is to rest. I know, like I just said, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. Lots of other twins that I know are not getting a lot of sleep. Like I was up all night the night before last. Okay, we can't be doing that. We need to get sleep. But I feel like we were being activated and getting downloads and like all kinds of stuff was happening, and I was vibrating. So these energies are pretty strong right now. All right, we have 2 more cards. A archetype of the Divine Feminine, Kuan, Buddhist goddess. And then we have Archangel Michael, the angel that is the overseer of all twin flames. We're going to start with the message from the Kuan Oracle, which is about Sweeping Sister Willow. The message is, here is healing that brings with it forgiveness and the release of old pain, as Sleeping Sister Willow gracefully sweeps any sadness and pain from your heart and soul. Your time for greater inner freedom is dawning, and the cleansing of sadness and healing of forgiveness create the pathway to that greater freedom now. You deserve this freedom, and you are swiftly becoming ready to claim it. So what did I say earlier? I said we need to release the old pain that our twin causes, forgive them, let it go. When they come back, you start over like they're a brand new person. You'll have a brand new relationship, if you go in with that mindset that you are releasing everything. That could be her message, goes along with needing to cut things that don't serve us anymore. Does it really serve you to hold on to resentment anymore? I mean, whatever happened between yourself and your twin, you can release that, get rid of it. You'll be in a high vibration if you heal it. And then when they come back, it's like a fresh new slate, a fresh new start. Okay. All right, here we have Archangel Michael's last message to us, or the last message for this video, not his last message of all time. Interesting, because when I said that, it was 3333. But your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And 3333, that resonates because it's the 3 year. So that's like a lot of 3 energy there. It's like, get on your mission. Get on your mission, release all the past, just work on what you can do now, today, in this moment. And your twin, they're going to show up, when you least expect it, and they're going to be by your side. If you have that feeling, that knowing, then just release the worry. There's no need to worry. It's just wasted energy. All right, we're going to pray and ask Archangel Michael to please help us clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that we have asked and prayed for all along this journey and today. Allow us to keep our egos out of the way so that your wisdom can come streaming through us for our own benefit and for the benefit of those around us. So yes, I'm asking Archangel Michael and all the angels to gather around you and your beloved to help you to cut all the ties with the past, cut the cords that are binding you to any 3D structures that are holding back your union. I'm asking Archangel Michael and his sword to remove all of that and to purify both of your souls, to bring both of your souls together, and to then protect your souls with the blue dome of protection. And so all of this is what I hope for you, so that you and your beloved may come into your perfect and harmonious twin flame union this 3 years, so that you can start working together and manifesting that third energy that our planet so needs. We need to be examples to others of how to love. That's what we came here for. That's our mission. Namaste.